Pamela Butler walked through the front door of her Washington, D.C. home and was never seen again. Her then-boyfriend, Jose Rodriguez Cruz, was later seen on home surveillance removing several bags from Pam's house. But he claimed he was just retrieving his things after they broke up. We wanted to ask Jose more about that claim and went looking for him at his last known address in Maryland. That's when we spotted who we believed to be his current girlfriend.
I was looking for Jose. Is he here? No, he's not here. Does he live here? No?
I don't want the camera to be here.
Okay, you can point that way, that's fine.
The young woman told us she hasn't seen or even spoken to Jose in years, but when we talked to her neighbors...
Does he live here?
Yeah.
It was a different story. Either way, it wasn't long after that when police dug up the information about Cruz's first wife, who also disappeared under mysterious circumstances. And then, an even bigger announcement. After years without answers, Jose Rodriguez Cruz is under arrest and charged with first-degree murder and Pamela's death.
2 judges found probable cause that he's the man. So what I believe is unimportant, but obviously I wouldn't be prosecuting a case that I didn't believe in.
Though police haven't revealed exactly what evidence they used to make the arrest, whatever it was, it led to this most recent development, the biggest one yet.
Today, the defendant pled guilty, accepted responsibility for the murder of Pamela Butler back in 2009.
That's right. Jose Rodriguez Cruz has pleaded guilty of taking Pam's life. For the family, it's an indescribable moment.
I cry every day. I've been through a lot of stress, and I feel good today. I really feel good.
As part of his guilty plea, Jose finally tells police exactly what happened, claiming he got into an argument with Pamela at her home the day before Valentine's Day, knocked her down, then got on top of her and strangled her to death. Then, Cruz says he snuck her out of a side window. Remember, there was one side of Pam's house that wasn't covered by a surveillance camera. That's why cops never saw her leave her house.
It went down exactly the way you described it to us. He brought her body upstairs. He dumped her out of a window.
Right.
He put her in that Dodge Neon.
Yep.
And drove her away.
Uh-huh.
You knew that.
Yeah. Just had a gut feeling that's what happened.
But why confess now after all this time? Let's just say Cruz didn't have a sudden surge of guilty conscience. There is a catch to his confession.
The government, together with the family, decided that we would support a 12-year prison sentence in exchange for him taking us to the remains of Pam Butler.
Only 12 years for murdering a woman with his bare hands, then putting her family through almost 9 years of torture.
How difficult is that to swallow? 12 years?
I think I would quote Derek, Pam's brother, when he said, we would have accepted a deal with no time in prison if we could have the remains of our loved one.
Derek says they were just desperate to know what happened to their Pam.
It was important to the family because if she's laying out somewhere, she's still missing to us. We want to bring her home and know exactly where she is. So that's why it was so important to us to do that. And then, you know, this eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, it doesn't help anybody.
You will be there
I will be
when
there.
Pam is discovered.
Yes.
And he is hoping that could happen any day, but there are no guarantees.
Do you have a sense now of where the body is, or when will that process begin, and when do you think the search for the body
It's
will
already begun.
It's underway, and we're not going to talk about anything more concerning that at this moment.
Cruz has been lying for a long time. He wouldn't even come clean after he was arrested. It took 6 months for him to confess. Now it's time to show cops where he dumped Pamela's body. Or else...
He has to make a good faith, best effort. So if we're misled and he doesn't help, then we're back where we started again.
prosecutors are hopeful but cautious.
And we can't say definitely we're going to find Pam. That's the goal, but 2009 was a long time ago, and terrain changes. We'll see.
So far, they have found nothing.
I don't rest at night. I try to go to sleep I wake up in the middle of the night with bad dreams.
Pamela's family is still sitting on pins and needles. Her mother and brother have dealt with plenty of setbacks and cliffhangers over the past 8 years. We've been with them through a lot of it.
I thank you for everything today.
Thank you for your help. I mean, without Crime Watch Daily, I don't think we would have gotten where we were.
Still, they remain confident of seeing this through to the end, with Pamela back home at last and finally at rest.
You would like to be able to bury her.
I would love to do what we have to do with dignity and respect and go on with our lives.
It's infuriating that a man can senselessly kill someone and only get 12 years in prison. However, police say they're still investigating the disappearance of Rodriguez Cruz's first wife, Marta, and he could face further charges. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.